Oh man. Like, really? This is a pretty decent, actually a pretty bad start to the air quote best season ever. We have a lot to talk about, guys. Let's go ahead and get this thing started already. Hey guys, NASCAR Mobile 48 back again, and welcome back to another episode of NRR. And in today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the 2021 Daytona 500. And yes, I know today is Wednesday. I'll give a brief explanation of why I'm filming on a Wednesday and I did not film Sunday, or actually technically on Monday. I'll give that explanation. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So I'm going to have that brief explanation of why I didn't film on Monday. Then I'm going to be reviewing the top 10. We're going to rate the race, and we're going to be talking about some major things that happened into the race. And really, this race, well, you saw in the intro, this race was kind of a snooze fest. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive on in. Alright, so here's a bit of a brief explanation on why I have not filmed on Monday for the review for the Daytona 500, because the power went out on Monday around like 4 a.m. and then I had to go to like a hotel and stuff, and I couldn't bring my stuff, so really I just could not film. It was hard to do that, and the power went out at the other hotels, and then I just got back home today and I'm filming right now. And it's Wednesday. I'm glad it's not like Thursday or Friday or something. So yeah, I'm going ahead and filming this video right now. But yeah, I just want to just let you guys know, yeah, the power went out in my house, so I could not film with the cars and the stuff. So I'm sorry about that. It's because we've had snow in Texas, and then and then it caused the power outages. Luckily, I have no school, so I'm able to do this. But yeah, that's just to let you know the power went out, and everything is looking pretty good so far. I'm not gonna jinx anything. I'm not gonna like toot my own horn or however those people say it. But yeah, I'm not gonna like be so overconfident. So I'm just hoping everything stays all right. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue filming. And yeah, thanks for sticking by. And all right, let's get back onto the video. Finishing first was Michael McDowell. Of course, it's not Michael McDowell. It's a custom car I made. I'll be getting a Michael McDowell car soon. But yeah, finishing first was Michael McDowell. It is very funny how Michael McDowell wins. It's his first career win the Daytona 500. And 10 years ago from Monday, I believe Trevor Bayne got his first career win at Daytona back in 2011, and only his second start. And then 10 years before Trevor Bayne, or 20 years before Michael McDowell, you got Michael Waltrip getting his first career win in the 2001 Daytona 500. So it happens every 10 years. So really, 2031, I guarantee you guys, someone's gonna get their first career win in the Daytona 500. If it can happen 3 times in a row in 30 years, I bet it can happen 4 times in a row in 40 years. So we'll see what happens in 2031. But yeah, Micah McDowell, I know his original plan was to stick with Keselowski. Like, I knew we all knew Keselowski was gonna go for the race-winning move. I'll show that replay at the end after I rate this race, and McDowell's plan was to let him make that move, and then coming off of 4, try to get to his outside or inside, like how they always do at the super speedways. But but I knew McDowell didn't want to make his move too early, so it made sense that he was going to stick to Keselowski's bumper and then when Keselowski made the move, the whole open, it was just unbelievable. And Keselowski, he just went down, because once again, Joey Logano in the Busch Clash in 2020 threw a bad block, and that caused Keselowski to get wrecked, and Keselowski had a great car, and then Keselowski gets wrecked again for Logano throwing a bad block. So I just feel bad for Brad Keselowski. I would not be surprised if Keselowski leaves Team Penske next year. That would not surprise me. He might go somewhere else, but I don't know. He had to go like to a Stewart Haas or Chip Ganassi. I really don't know where Keselowski's gonna go, because that'd be frustrating. I hate to be teammates with Logano. No, nothing against Logano. It's just this, his driving on super speedways can be very annoying. It's like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. But yeah, Michael McDowell had a pretty good race. Very lucky, and he took a playoff spot from one of the drivers who was gonna make the round of 16, and the drivers who would be one spot out, like that I showed in my video of who I predict who would make the playoffs in my tier list video. So we'll see what happens now since McDowell's officially locked into the NASCAR playoffs because of the win and you're in situation. But yeah, but McDowell, he stuck there at the end, and really, to be honest, it wasn't a fluke like Denny Hamlin said. He was there. He's always there at the end of the Super Speedway. So congratulations to Michael McDowell getting his first career win, and we'll see what he can do moving forward when the NASCAR playoffs starts this fall. Finishing in second was Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott also had a pretty decent race. Like, I don't think it was like very close. Like, Elliott kind of got next to him, and then I bet Elliott just saw the lights and knew it was over. But yeah, they had a pretty good fast car, but they weren't as good as I thought like they were like on Thursday, because on Thursday they were pretty decent. But I felt like that they did a really good job executing on Monday. Yeah, well, technically Sunday, but it ended on a Monday night. I mean, well, Monday morning because it was in the AM. But yeah, but I bet they were just trying to stay out of trouble. Like, that's not something that they've done a very good job of here in the Daytona 500, because like in 2016 they wrecked early, and they were the pole sitter. 2017 I think it ran out of gas. 2018 they wrecked early. 2019 they wrecked late, and then 2020 they spun out on the last lap. So yeah, this was like the cleanest Daytona 500 Chase Elliott's ever finished. So that's a pretty decent job for Chase Elliott and the team. They're going to be going to the Daytona Road Course, which is coming up on Sunday. So Elliott could win that race. Really, just watch out. Chase Elliott could win it. Martin Truex Jr. could win it. Watch out for Denny Hamlin. Watch out for Ryan Blaney. He's also pretty fast. Watch out for Tyler Reddick. Also, Reddick looked pretty good in the Busch Clash. So watch out for those drivers on Sunday. They look pretty decent. But yeah, pretty decent job for Chase Elliott in the 19. Finishing third was Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon had a pretty good, decent race. Like, they just got to be thankful to be around at those moments at the end, especially at the Daytona 500. Like, he pulled out to see if the bottom would work, and it just didn't get enough of a run, because really mostly everyone was running the top, which kind of made this race pretty bland and boring and stuff, and kind of a snooze fest. But we'll get to that, more of that into the end. But yeah, it was close. Like, he just came really close, and then they were here all this weekend scoring points, and they just won the second dual race. So Austin Dillon had a pretty decent night on I don't even know what to say, Sunday or Monday, but they've had a pretty decent Daytona 500, trying to win it for Dale after Dale passed away 20 years ago today, so that would have been very nice. But I did like on the third lap that they held up the threes. That was a pretty sweet moment and stuff. Like, I held up the three on when I was watching it on TV, same thing with my brother. It was pretty cool, because I never saw Dale Earnhardt race, and man, I bet I wouldn't have liked him because he wrecked so much, but he still would have been a cool icon to look up to if you were younger and trying to get into racing. But yeah, Austin Dillon had a pretty decent night, and actually watch out for him on the road course, because I think they got a... Wait, were they? Yeah, they were in the Busch Clash. I forgot. I think they got a top 10. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. But watch out for Austin Dillon, because they're going on the Daytona Road Course, and they ran the Rolex 24. So maybe that experience from late January could help them in that race on Sunday. Finishing in fourth was Kevin Harvick. I believe this is I think I have to say the second year in a row Kevin Harvick got a top 5 in the Daytona 500. I don't think he did in 2019. My memory is just not just there. But yeah, Kevin Harvick had a pretty decent race. I heard Bragg is actually way back there and got a run on the inside, and then at the point when it scatters, you just hope that you get a push, or you can wind up in the right spot, And Harvick just wound up in the spot that finished fourth. So they had a pretty decent night. They were able to position themselves up front, and really, I bet in Kevin Harvick's point of view, it was a pretty weird race, the way it would all like single file out, and then you kind of scatter there a lap or two at the end and see where it all played out, like at the end of the stages. So that's what Harvick said in his interview, that it was a pretty weird race. I agree with him. It was a pretty weird and boring race. But I'll save it for the end. I just keep talking about it. I'll save it for the end. But yeah, Kevin Harvick had a pretty decent night with this Ford team, and we'll see what he can do in the I was about to say the Busch Clash. We'll see what he can do in the Daytona Road Course, because he did not have the best of luck in the Daytona Road Course race in August last year, and the Busch Clash just like a week ago now. So we'll see what Kevin Harvick can do on Sunday. Finishing in 5th was Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin trying to go for his 4th Daytona 500, 3 in a row. Did not happen. Still remains 3-time Daytona 500 champion. Yeah. But he did finish top 10, no, top 5 in every Daytona 500 since 2018. 2017, he didn't get a top 5 finish, or a top 10, so he's been having a top 5 streak in the Daytona 500 since 2018, so that's pretty awesome. So yeah, but yeah, Denny Hamlin, they were too far out on the final pit stop that they got on off pit road too good. Like, they were just too good that they still lost the race. Well, you can't really blame Denny Hamlin that they were just too good. It's just that the other Toyotas, they just weren't as good. Like, Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace's crew, they weren't as good as Denny Hamlin's crew. Like Hamlin was just too far ahead of the pack. And, I figured the Chevys would make a move from 2 or 3 to go, because they weren't going to win on the last lap from 5th or 6th. And Hamlin was able to gain some positions. Like, I think Hamlin was like 12th and everyone was running single file, so it handcuffed him. But, he couldn't really do anything. Like, I bet he hoped once that he got to 8th, and as long as they make a move with 2 laps to go and stuff. But, Denny Hamlin, they had a pretty decent race, not the 3-peat that they were looking for. But, hey, they opened up the season on a good note. And here's the thing, the driver who won the first stage of the 2019 season won the championship, Kyle Busch. The driver who won the first stage of the 2020 season won the championship, Chase Elliott. Denny Hamlin won the first stage of 2021, but he did not win the Daytona 500. So does that mean Denny Hamlin will win the championship? Who knows? That's just a coincidence. Man, we have a lot of coincidences. Like 10 years... 3 drivers get their first career win in the Daytona 500. Now, in the last 3 years, the 3 drivers, actually the last 2 years, in 2019 to 2020, the drivers who won the first stage of the year won the championship at the end of the season. So could this happen for Denny Hamlin? We'll see. It may be a coincidence. It may not be. But we'll just have to watch out and see how the season plays out. But yeah, pretty decent race for Denny Hamlin and the 11 team. Finishing 6th was Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece had a really, really, really decent speed weeks, because they did get in qualifying. They qualified to make the Daytona 500 on Wednesday night, and then on Thursday night, in the first duel, they come back and get a spot ahead of Dillon, putting Austin Cindric into the show. They looked pretty fast in Duel 1, and in the Daytona 500, they ran pretty well. They ran better than Stenhouse, and Stenhouse won a race at Daytona before. I don't know what's been going on with Stenhouse lately, but Ryan Preece, he's been making up the marks on these super speedway races, and this team doesn't even have a charter. And I don't even think they have enough sponsorship to even race the full 36 races of the season. So that's going to be a concern for them. But wait, what a way to open up the season, getting a top 10, and you did really good in speed weeks. That's some determination for Ryan Preece. I'll hand it off like this. This has to be like the best I've seen from Ryan Preece. This speed weeks, the Daytona 500 is the best I've seen from Ryan Preece. He's ran pretty well, and he finished 2nd in, I believe, the first stage of the race. So, guys, Ryan Preece, underrated super speedway driver. That's all I got to say. He's an underrated super speedway driver. So watch out for him. I don't know if he'll race at Talladega, the other Daytona, or the other Talladega. We'll see. But if he does, watch out for him, because he could pull it off and win it. Just got to stay out of trouble. Stay out of the big one. Don't get frustrated with any other drivers. Just run your race, and hopefully at the end you'll take the checkered flag. But yeah, pretty decent night for Ryan Preece and the 37 team. I have to say, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Let me know if you guys are impressed with Ryan Preece's performance in speed weeks to the Daytona 500 in the comment section below. Finishing in 7th was Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain getting his best career finish in the NASCAR Cup Series, which is 7th. Like, just a great way to kick off the year for the 42 team. Like, their Chevy was fast. They tore it up at the end when they hit the wall a ton coming to the checker, but they still finished 7th. Like, this was a great way to start the year. Like, they got a few stage points, and really it was just a good way to start. Like, they worked with the Chevy teammates, and he still has some learning to do. But I'm glad that they were able to get out here and come back next week for the road course. So I can't wait to see what Ross Chastain does, because I do like Ross Chastain. So I can't wait to see what he does in the 42 car this year. And I also love that he showed up to McDonald's, since he sponsors McDonald's in 2021, and yeah, that was pretty fun to see him in his racing suit, and he was getting food for his crew. But then I did happen to see his 2021 McDonald's paint scheme being leaked, and let's just show it right now, right quick. Yeah, it was leaked. This is Ross Chastain's 2021 McDonald's scheme, and I just have one big word for it. Wow. Just wow. They're running this at the Daytona road course on Sunday. I mean, come on. Just wow, they just put a lot of effort into it, didn't they? No. It's all bland. You just got the McDonald's logo. It doesn't look bad. It's just bland. That's it. You guys already saw my video about of the 2020 worst paint schemes and stuff about Chris Buescher's and Ryan Preece's cars that are ranked at 7th and 8th. They belong there because they're bland. They're just nothing else. You just got the McDonald's logo and that's it. I mean, let's just go ahead and take a look at Kyle Larson's or / Matt Kenseth's McDonald's scheme from last year, and we could just see how much better it is than this one. And as we can see, this is the beautiful, just gorgeous scheme I saw last year, and I even have this diecast of Matt Kenseth. Look at this. This beautiful, you just got like the yellow dashes with the red. It's like the fries with ketchup on the tip of the fry. You got the white down here, the McDonald's logo, the McDonald's, you got the red. This is creativity. Now, this is creativity, and over here, this is just laziness. Laziness. I have nothing else to say. Let's just continue on with I can't even talk about it. Alright, let's just continue on with the thing. But wait, I did like what Ross Chastain and Tyler Reddick did at the end of the race. I don't know if you guys saw it, but let me show you right quick. And now in this footage, you see Michael McDowell, with his race-winning car. You got Tyler Reddick and Ross Chastain being really nice drivers, being really, good sportsmanship, pushing his car from the grass that, it's been raining and stuff, and so he can get to victory lane. But yeah, that's a very nice, wholesome moment, and a nice, good sportsmanship moment from these two Chevrolet drivers to a Ford driver. So yeah, this is really nice that I saw from Ross Chastain and Tyler Reddick. Just wanted to point that out before we move on to the next driver. But but to end this off, just a good day for Ross Chastain. Hopefully we can see more good finishes like this. Hopefully he can make the playoffs, because that's what I want. Not what I predicted in my video, but that's what I want for Ross Chastain, because he really deserves it. Finishing in 8th was Jamie McMurray. Jamie McMurray also had a pretty decent night. He got caught up in that wreck on lap 15, and his splitter was all the way up, so they had to fix that, but it just stayed up and stuff, and he was running quietly in the back with his teammate Cory Joy during the race. And then towards the end of the race, they were both able to get past that big fiery crash in turn 3, and they were able to both end up with top 10 finishes for Spire Motorsports. So that's pretty cool for Jamie McMurray and Cory Joy to get an 8th and 9th place finish for Spire Motorsports. So that's really cool. But yeah, Jamie McMurray had a pretty decent night, a way better race than the 2019 Daytona 500. So all's well ends well for McMurray and LaJoie. So yeah, pretty decent night for Jamie McMurray in this 2017. Finishing in 9th was Cory Joy. Cory Joy, this is a great way to start off the year for their Spire Motorsports team. Like, you always want to be in position to contend for a win, but to finish 9th in his first race with the team, exactly what they set out to do. Like, good starting points, and they'll continue to get stronger over the course of the year. So this is a really great start for Spire Motorsports, especially with Cory Joy, because this is really the best car he's ever driven in the Cup Series. So this is really good for Cory Joy. I can't wait to see what he does in the 17 for the rest of the season. And yeah, pretty decent night for them, and I can't wait to see what they do at the Daytona road course. Hopefully get a top 25. That'd be good. Like, if you're Cory Joy, your goal is to just finish higher in the points than you did at Go Fast Racing in this new Spire Motorsports Chevy team. And rounding out the top 10 and 10th was Kyle Larson. All in a good day. I thought they were in an okay spot there at the end to get a top 5. If not, maybe a win if things worked out down the backstretch and through 3 and 4. But they all kind of started crashing in front of Larson, and he almost made it through. And I think Larson barely clipped Keselowski and then kind of slid all the way through 3 and 4. Though I thought he would save it, but he couldn't save it and started spinning. But he lost some spots, but it's still a top 10 finish. They finished top 10 the duel, and they got some points there, and they were top 10 in both stages. So not a bad day for them. I bet they would have liked to have been a little bit better. But anytime you can see the checker flag someone at Daytona is always a good day and stuff. But yeah, they'll come back here next week and have some fun on the road course. And so I can't wait to see what Larson does on the road course, because he's not really a road course ringer in my eyes, but he's pretty decent at the road course. Like, Watkins Glen will have to be like his best road course race. I think Watkins Glen's probably the best way he could get a win, because he's pretty decent at that track. But yeah, Kyle Larson, his first race back in NASCAR, gets a top 10, so I think that's a job well done, especially coming in the Daytona 500, so that's pretty cool for Kyle Larson, so I can't wait to see what they'll do in the road course on Sunday. Now let's rate this race. This race, like I just said in the beginning, it was really a snooze fest. Like, basically, this race also took away some excitement, because you had the hype all built up in the Daytona 500 because the pre-race show. Fox did a really good job on the pre-race show. Clint Boyer, Jeff Gordon, and Mike Joy, they all did a pretty good job in the booth on Monday, or Sunday, Monday, whatever, the day of the race. But yeah, then you had that crash on lap 15 and stuff, and that just took away all the excitement, because you took away a lot of good cars and stuff. It could have been a better race, but it just wasn't. So that kind of took away a lot of hype and excitement when those drivers went out. And then you had the rain for almost 6 hours. Almost 6 hours of rain. Well, actually not rain, but to dry the track, to just get ready to finish up to finish up the race. And then Derek Cope, it's weird. Derek Cope took away the victory from Dale Earnhardt in 1990 on the last lap, and then weirdly on lap 3, Derek Cope hits the wall 20 years after Dale Earnhardt passes away. That's freaky, just freaky. And then it's also weird, because whenever the NASCAR, when they try to honor Dale Earnhardt on the 3rd lap in 2001, when they did it a few times, unlike like the first 3 laps, in one of those first 3 laps in 2001, there's always a wreck, like Rockingham, Atlanta, and a few others. So it's like, man, we can't even go through one full lap without just honoring the legacy of Dale Earnhardt without somebody just getting into the wall or something. But yeah, let's just rate this race right quick. So, I basically said it all and stuff. So I have to rate this race about man, I'm not going to give it a good score, because this was most likely the worst the worst restricted plate race I've seen since 2018. The 2018 Talladega race, because that one was boring, because Stewart-Haas just dominated. But now for the rating, I give it about... I don't want to feel so bad and stuff, but at the end of the stages, my heart was pounding, thinking, dang, I hope they don't crash and stuff. So I give it about, well, since they kept my heart pounding, I'll give it about a 5 out of 10, I was going to give it like a lower score, but I'll just give it a 5 out of 10, because this race, it was just not really that good. It was just not. And wow, and like I said at the beginning, this is a really great start to the best season ever, air quotes. So I hope things just get a turn around for the good. But yeah, let me know what you guys would rate in the comment section below. So you guys already heard me talk about all that stuff before I rated the race. Now let's continue, because like I said, when those, I believe it was like 11 or 12 drivers went out of the race, it just took away a lot of the hype. And same thing with the rain delay. That was almost 6 hours and stuff just to get back racing. And then through the race, when they got back up to speed and stuff, they were just running single file in the first stage, and then once stage 1 started to come to an end, everyone was running double file trying to get the stage win. And then same thing in stage 2, they just fired back up, and then and they just ran single file. And then at the end of stage 2, they come back double file, and then that's what happened. And then stage 3, same thing happened, running single file. Then you got a big wreck, and then Michael McDowell ends up winning. So that's how it went. But I want to analyze these wrecks right quick and see who's really behind it. So let's look at the wreck that took out a lot of good cars before the rain delay. So right here, this big wreck on lap 14 got all these drivers getting in, Almirola, Bowman, and all these drivers just could not avoid. William Byron almost went on his side. That was pretty scary. But if we look at this replay right here, you could see where Christopher Bell is. He's like shoving into the back of Eric Almirola right here, not fully on the back of him, but to the side of him that could turn him into the wall, hitting Alex Bowman and everyone else just could not avoid. So I would blame Christopher Bell for this first wreck. So that's what I have to say. Now let's move on to the second wreck. Second wreck, you got Michael McDowell getting to the back of Brad Keselowski. Flames over there. Kyle Busch had a hard hit. Larson hit the wall. Then you got Ryan Preece, Ross Chastain involved, Austin Cindric, Bubba Wallace, according to Jeff Gordon from Speed Weeks. Bubba Wallace Jr., no idea where that came from. But yeah, let's look at this one more time. And I just felt bad for Brad Keselowski. It's just been rough for them trying to get their first Daytona 500, and they're a NASCAR champion. And then Logano was in it. But yeah, at the back, I believe it was Michael McDowell and his team. We're actually just Michael McDowell, not trying to blame his team. But if you look at the back, Michael McDowell gives a good shove to Brad Keselowski, and then he goes to the low, and then Logano just throws a bad block. Or it was just because Michael McDowell just shoved him Keselowski into the back of Joey Logano. So I would blame that one on Michael McDowell just racing for the win, and Keselowski was not happy with Michael McDowell. But in victory lane, Joey Logano said congratulations to Michael McDowell. Keselowski did not. He was just frustrated. But yeah, and then there's also this footage apparently showing Brad Keselowski really frustrated. Like if you look in the back, McDowell giving a huge shove to Keselowski, and Keselowski goes low, and then yeah. So really, at first I would blame Logano for throwing a bad block, but you could see it was kind of Michael McDowell trying to get his first career win. And there was also this footage of Brad Keselowski just frustrated, and then he just threw his helmet in frustration, really mad at Michael McDowell, and I don't really blame Brad Keselowski for that. And so that's what I thought about the wrecks at the Daytona 500. I bet Keselowski and Logano were not happy with Michael McDowell. Actually, mostly Keselowski. Logano, he still congratulated Michael McDowell, but I bet Roger Penske was probably more mad, or just as mad as those two after the race split. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think, who caused the wrecks, in the comment section below. Anyway, that's going to end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We are at 164 subscribers. Hoping to get to 200 soon, one day. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry about this power outage and stuff. Getting this video uploaded on Wednesday, and then I'll have one on Sunday after the Daytona road course. So I'll see you guys then, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.